My name is Aman Singh Chauhan. I'm Director of Campus's Development. I have the overall responsibility for the campus development project. How we got to the design brief? Well, it was a lengthy process, but there were two different streams of work. One was educational, where we developed and designed 21 campus design labs, and the educators went through a series of conversations, through a lot of engagement with the respective sections of the school, and they had to prepare those sections. We also had a technical and operational brief where the technical teams were writing things about what's the built environment gonna need. And finally, we brought the two things together in order to come up with what I would call a 100-page brief. I have to acknowledge and recognize that our environment assessment partners, Oricon, and digital technology partner, BIMAGE, have also been part of setting those expectations. Campus development project has a dedicated governance as well as operational framework. It is kind of there is a UWC Dover campus stream of work, UWC East stream of work, and the project, given its size and scale, has a third stream of work. There is campus project planning leadership team. There is a campus planning steering committee, which is a committee from the board, and then there is full board. In terms of approvals, we went through these different series of approvals, lots of engagement from different groups. Yes, it has followed an entire chain of approvals that allowed us to move further with the design competition. It's humbling to see how market responded to the design brief. There were 15 multidisciplinary teams comprising of 46 plus companies. So yes, we had an excellent response from the market, local as well as international firms that showed interest. And then we ran the entire process of filtering, so there was a process of 15 showed interest. We did lots of interviews, background checks, capacity check, what exactly they have done in the past, what's the experience on education, what's their rating and scores on Building Construction Authority. There are formal registered record there, and through that process we filtered to come to the final four. The reason behind writing such a lengthy brief, and I hear from industry experts, it's unprecedented. Generally, there is not so much clarity in terms of what is needed for the future. But we took an approach where we know what we want as a school, and because so many educators and technical experts involved contributed to that, I must recognize that all four teams that moved to the design competition have produced very credible solutions. They are very different from each other, but all four are highly qualitative solutions. So schemes as well as teams have really produced some very good results. We are in a very good situation with that. As soon as we launched the design competition, it is not a process where we just let the teams do whatever they wanted to do. There was a lot of course correction, ongoing engagement, making sure every proposal meets the requirements. So it was intentional. But because all four are now viable solution, it is tough to make a decision. I would say three things. One, we established technical evaluation clusters on sustainability, on transport-related operations, built environment, architecture, overall concept. On the other side, educators. So it's a separate stream of evaluation where educators are evaluating these schemes against what it means for infant school, for primary school, for middle school, but design and technology, for science, for music. And they really went into details because the brief was lengthy. We received lengthy submissions. The technical evaluation and educators evaluations were separate streams of work where educators did not know what technical evaluation team has done. We then brought the two scores together to look at where these teams stand, and there comes a third component. So the process is well established in the industry. It is defined by Building Construction Authority called quality fee method. So what evaluation educators did and the evaluations that technical teams did, this is quality. 70% weightage was given there. Then comes the another component of fee, how much these teams want to charge to offer their services, and 30% weightage was given to that. There was a there was a dedicated team of qualified quantity surveyors who were looking at that fee submission proposals, and then we combined the quality scores and the fee scores in order to come to the final selection. So the team with the highest score is recommended to be the one who gets the contract to be awarded. Very difficult decision in some way, because the quality of submissions is really, really good. We can build any of the proposals, but there comes the aspect of what is the most suitable solution in our context, what really has not only demonstrated but has the potential as well to become really the future of UWCSEA. So yes, difficult decision, but I think the methodologies we have set up in place with this technical evaluation, educational evaluation independently, and quantity surveyor supporting the fee proposals, all the three things, and the scoring, I think these lined up. They clearly demonstrated that, you know, which is the scheme and which is the theme, which should be the choice of our preference. So difficult decisions, but our process allowed us to make that decision. Once decided, in terms of once a recommendation is finalized, it will go for the full board approval. In terms of that approval, because it has been a journey of good 8-9 months, board have been kept up to date at each critical stage. Once we seek the approval, we will be then working with the respective multidisciplinary team to come on board. We are only getting started is what I would like to begin with. What's next is we have to really get the multidisciplinary team on board at the soonest, and then go into refining and really defining the concept. We will be engaging with the whole community. There will be structured workshop sessions with the designers, and we anticipate by December, through this big community engagement process, we will be able to finalize the concept. Once the concept is finalized, the timeline is December 2025. We will be spending the next 6 months into schematics design, in which we will then go to the various labs we have set up and will work with the subject matter experts in their areas, really looking at what exactly their spaces look like. And that's huge engagement really at the ground level, completely understanding what it means for every single classroom, specialist places, for sports, for drama. So we will really go into each space. Then we will be spending another 6 months into what we call detailed design stage. That's where the engineers and architects and the entire broader team comes together to get the info from schematics and then translate into what are we going to build. And that's something that really becomes the final design with which we will go into construction. This is a mega project by several definitions. Apart from design and construction related work, there is financing, environment impact assessment, load of engagement with Singapore authorities, BCA, URA, EDB, SLA, LTA, and many other authorities involved. There is a lot of collaboration happening with our future neighbors, Tengah Hospital team, JTCs, and many, many more things as you would anticipate. I think it's an exciting time ahead, and I really look forward to building what is the future of UWCSEA in a collective and collaborative manner with UWC community. Thank you.